Hello, good evening, and welcome to Yes You Can podcast. I'm your host, Tamir Mamokwen. Thank you for joining us once again on today's episode. And we have been looking at the topic self-discovery for the past 2 weeks. And today being the third week, we'll be rounding up on this topic of self-discovery. So it's very important to really discover yourself. It has a lot of benefit attached to it. So throughout the episode, we're able to look at the definition of self-discovery. Last week we looked at the importance of self-discovery, and today we're rounding up with the benefit of drive from self-discovery. But before we dive into that, I would like to thank everybody who was able to reach out with word of encouragement. People sending me thank you message. Your episode was really wonderful. I've been transformed. It's not just the matter of sending me a message. If you listen to it and you're truly transformed, you can just step out there and do your own thing and make a difference in the world today. So on the benefit drive from self-discovery, there are several benefits on discovering who we truly are. We'll just be discussing 5 out of the thousands of benefits drive from knowing one true self. And then one of the first benefit we're going to talk about is your relationship with strife. Yes, the reason why a lot of people find it hard to interact with their schoolmates, classmates, old friends, a lot of close people in life is due to the fact that they have not discovered who they are. So they hold on to the shadow of past glory. Yes, not looking at the moment. So the moment you hold on to the past glory without looking at the now, you always dwell there. But people who maybe your classmates, your schoolmates, who have really discovered themselves, they can be way ahead of you, so you find it hard to really interact with them. But the moment you discover who you truly are, there is no limit to your power. There can never be any limit. So your relationship will even be healthier when you better understand your core value. Because if you remember from our definition of self-discovery, we're able to point out value, needs, and wants. And then if you discover your core value, and then that will really put you ahead of others. And then what you want out of life, yes, as I've said from the definition in the first episode, and what you really want out of life. So you must know what you want and what you need. So the moment you have discovered yourself, you'll be able to. One of the benefits you drive is being able to know what is your wants and needs in life. So you'll be able to even identify toxic threats. When I talk of toxic threats, these are transmittable characteristics that one can really drive from within the cycle of friends, family, and even peer group, and a lot of even the community will live in. So really discovering yourself will help you with your social health too, by helping you to be honest. Because yes, if you discover who you truly are, and then the power within you, there's no point of you being dishonest. Everything you do, you'll be honest in it. And then the number 2 point is you feel fulfilled. Yes, I think one of the greatest things anyone can feel in his lifetime is to find fulfillment in whatever he does, or find fulfillment in who he is. So a lot of people we see out there who are smiling in everyday life, even though it may seem as if life is not giving them everything they want, but they just keep smiling at it. It's not because of anything. It's because they were able to discover who they are, and then there's this fulfillment they found in it. So we shouldn't live a grumpy life all our life, not trying to discover who we are. We narrow our mind to, when I finish school, I get a job, I settle down, I build a house, I do this, give birth to children, and whatever. Then after that, what next? You retire and die. That doesn't make it a fulfillment. A fulfillment for every creation. I always say this. For every creation, there's purpose for the creator creating it. So you must discover the reason why you were created, why you were sent down into this world, and then that will bring us to in our next season. We'll be discussing on the topic why me, where we'll be able to point out this out of the millions of sperm that were released, why am I the only one that survived? So we'll look into that. But people who are living everyday life with joy and a happy face, they don't perform magic in it. There's no magic about it, but they were just able to discover purpose in life. So one of the paramount and important things in life is to find our purpose and potentials and the power hidden within us, which is very important, as it will help us through the journey of life. And the third point is, we have looked at you feel fulfilled. So after fulfillment, I will look at you can be able to raise others. So you will be a shining light to others. Yes, that's one of the benefits. The moment you discover who you are, and then you are the kind of person that have a happy face all the time, people always wonder, why is this person like this? So sometimes they will walk up to you and say, why do you always have a smiley face even though things are getting bad? You just tell them it's just the power of self-discovery. Because if you discover who you truly are, there's no point of you being sad about life or anything that comes with it, because you are living to your best fulfillment. So it's very important to live to our own best fulfillment and not trying to live a life of school, job, retirement, and then you just die. That's a very narrow life. There are a lot of people we are seeing exploiting the world out there that discover themselves. If you look at it, basically, I'm not really against education, but a lot of people who are making it out there are able to discover themselves even while they were chasing their degrees. So I think one of the basic places to discover yourself is not after school. It's right in the process when you're still in school. Very important to discover yourself in school. And then the third point is you will interact with people who will lighten up your path more. Yes. The fourth point, you interact with people who enlighten you more about life, because this is one of the benefits. Because if you have not discovered yourself, there's no way you can meet successful people who will guide you through the you that are coming up. There's no way you can meet such kind of people. So it's very important you discover yourself, and then so that you can be able to meet people of class at the top. Sometimes I remember hearing a story of a man, he was watching television with his son, and then he was telling the son, that's my secondary school mate. That's my secondary school. So the funny thing is, sometimes I know some people really find it a joyful thing to tell you their children, that's my mate on TV. But then the question is, why are you not the one on screen? The moment you discover yourself, it places you with people who are ready to help you. So it's very important you discover yourself so that you can be with people of class, people of caliber at the top. You can be making decisions, very important decisions that can really transform life and your community at large, even globally, that can change the world. So it's very important to discover who you are. That power within you, you need to unleash it. It's very important. And then before we talk about the first point, it's very important I would like you to pinpoint this, which is very important. On this journey of self-discovery, one of the basic things for you to really look at is always look up to God. Yes, because every journey that does not start with God, it's not really a journey. As one of my role models said, in person of Denzel Washington, he said, put God first, and without God there's no there's without God there's a lot of impossibility in life. But the moment you're able to put God first, everything in life become possible. That impossible, it become impossible. Yes, and then you find the possibility in you. And then that's very important that we really put God and make him the beginning of this journey, because every journey in life needs God. So it's important we point out that. And then the fifth point is, you are going to live every moment of your life happy. Yes, when you discover yourself, there's no point for sadness, because there's nothing that will try to put you down or try to weigh you down and then deprive you from that which you have set your mind. So it's very important to discover yourself, ladies and gentlemen, so that you live every moment happy. Sometimes there are some people who wish, why am I even born? Like, there's no point for me, my existence. No. Just, as I've said, just start with God. When you start with God, make him the paramount of your journey, and then the key basic of it, and then after that, you just begin the journey of discovering who you are. Sometimes, as I've said in the first episode, sometimes life will give you the vision of yourself, of who you are going to be, just like a glimpse. It can be in a few minutes, in a few seconds. So it's very important that we hold on to that. So, and then living every day happy. The reason why a lot of people are out there not happy is basically because of the family they come from. So it's very important you you know your background, and then not just knowing the background, be the change, begin the change in that background. From our last episode, you remember my guest saying be the change in your family and stuff. So it's very important you be the change, even though things are not really working hard. You yourself, your relative, the whole family, things are not really working well. Be the change. How can you be the change? It's knowing what you have on your inside. There's this saying, the engine of your inside is of a very heavy capacity. So if you understand the capacity of the engine on your inside, that is your mind. Your mind is a very powerful place. One of my favorite preachers, Bishop T.D. Jakes said, the greatest warfare in life is not fought in the battlefield, but it's the battle of the mind. Because every day you always fight the battle with mind, the battle of keeping up with that positivity, and then negativity will set in. Those are the greatest battle, the battle of self. So it's very important that we conquer all of this battle with a positive saying from our first episode on procrastination: I will, I must, and I can. I will, I must, and I can't. So ladies and gentlemen, today we'll draw the curtain close here on this series of self-discovery with our last episode on the benefit of self-discovery. You can join us next Friday. As I've said, we'll be discussing on another very important topic titled Why Me? So it's very important that we'll reach out to as many as we can. So I would like you to click on the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, and then you can just click on the bell notification below so that you'll be notified anytime we post a new video. And then for the people that have subscribed to our Spotify or follow us on Spotify, and then the people that are following us on our Facebook channel and also on our Instagram, thank you very much for joining us today. We hope we'll see you next Friday. Be inspired.